I'm like constantly moving my helmet around. So when you have like long
hair,
hair and thick hair, and you got that nice thick hair.
23, but be careful. What advice would you give today's younger players that will help them fast forward their skills?
I don't know why you're looking at me. What was the question? Sorry, I was listening on the outside. Probably just have fun and enjoy what you're doing. And I think if you enjoy it and love it and just do it all the time, then
Why are you guys laughing?
I hate you guys. Yeah, I mean it was. Now it's ruined. So you go. You can cut that off. We're done.
Luke had some good points there. I think for me, when I was younger, I felt like it was never really work. More about having fun and just something I love to do. And I mean, the more reps you get and the more times you play, you're always going to get better at something, right? So some of my favorite hockey when I was younger was summer hockey, going up to Canada, playing tournaments and doing stuff like that. So that's what I enjoyed.
What trainings/products people helped?
Sorry. Slash.
What products helped you reach your next level? I guess it would be easier if I also did trainings, products/people.
Like parents helped a lot when we were growing up, and then like having you two help push me, and I was always doing the same things you were doing, so that was a big thing. And then products is a tough one. Like for us, I think we shot a lot of pucks in our basement, and we were always down there working on our game, so that was a easy thing for us, whether it was rollerblading or whatnot.
Did you guys use the pep stuff?
Yeah, so basically putting pucks in between the sticks and the cones and doing it really fast. So we did that a little bit growing up, but I would say we had this gym in Oakville, BTNL, with Dan Ninkovich, and he was if we're talking about places or people or whatever, he was the one that kind of drove us when we were young.
The Deej?
Yeah, Deej.
Yeah, when I was younger, I remember I had a little shooting area in my basement, and just a bunch of different I had lighter pucks, I had heavier pucks. I remember I had these big heavy steel balls that my dad would pass to me back and forth, and just at first they're tough to handle, right? And then you kind of get used to it, and then if you go back to a normal puck, it feels a lot lighter, or you can shoot it harder. So just things like that, a bunch of different gadgets I would play around with in my shooting area there.
Which piece of equipment do you tinker with the least or most?
For me, mine's definitely my elbow pads. Obviously it's a tough piece of equipment because you want it tight and not sliding down, but you don't want it too tight to impact your arms and the way your hands feel. So it's a little bit tricky, but that's definitely the one for me.
Mine is my helmet. I'm constantly moving my helmet around, partly because my hair is always growing as the season goes on. So when you have long hair and thick hair, and you got that nice thick hair.
23, but be careful.
It your helmet just if you watch me, I'm skating up the ice fixing my helmet all the time, and it's become a bad habit. Yeah.
That's kind of how I used to be with my mouthpiece. I used to chew on it all the time. Not really. I used to chew on it all the time, and then
what I do.
You chew on the mouthpiece?
Yeah.
And then I went to Switzerland during the lockout and played, and I forgot my mouthpiece. And then I was I realized it was just way better playing without one. Because I wasn't chewing on it all the time.
Lose any teeth or no?
Yeah, I lost these two and then half of this one, but it's worth it to not chew on it anymore.
I don't know if it is.
There's no way.
Yeah, you guys got nice teeth, so.
I don't know, I deal with the elbow pads too, it's so wet at our rink in Rogers, I have to put them on the dryer every period. Yeah. But then you don't want it too tight because you want to feel pretty loose out there. I tinker with my stick a lot. I use a new stick every game, and then sometimes when my grip tape it gets sticky on my glove, and then I can't move my glove. I hate that, so then I'll throw baby powder on.
Oh yeah.
And then if that's not working, I'll use different tape on the knob.
For me, it's just in between periods, my gloves get super wet, and I hate when they're on the dryer, but I also hate using 2 pairs of games. So it's
do you guys,
I'll put them on for a minute and a half at times.
Do you use a lot of gloves throughout the year?
I'll use like probably 2 pairs.
Really?
I don't use a lot at all.
I go through like one every like week and a half, 2 weeks probably.
I use a new pair every game.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I feel like I've been getting into skates a little bit easier than I used to. You know, I used to use maybe 3 or 4 pairs throughout the year, and even this past year I played like 50 games and I probably used like 6 or 7 pairs, so.
Wow.
Am I up? Yeah. Did you read one?
I'll read one. Oh, don't even have to read it. Perfect. We got the BAUER Nike skates.
It was my second year in the league. We were playing in we were announced to play in the Winter Classic in Chicago at Wrigley Field. And BAUER and I decided to like make up some skates and a stick for the game. So I remember going down to Montreal that summer and just kind of designing some skates. I always thought it'd be cool to have white skates. I mean, growing up, like, you know, Fedorov had the white Nikes, right? So kind of a similar design like that with a lot of white, but it was fun going through the project and creating some skates and a stick for that game. All right, I'll read the next one. Okay. If you could bring back one vapor product, what would it be?
APX2.
Yeah, I like that stick.
Yeah,
I like that stick too.
It's like we used to get like a one stick, like we'd either get a jersey or a stick for Christmas. That was like always
That was the one you wanted.
a big gift. And APX is like.
So what year would you have been using the APX2? Would that have been at the program?
No, younger.
Younger.
Like maybe Quinn was at the program.
I used an APX at my 17 year.
So maybe I was like 14, 13.
Most memorable goal scored with a vapor stick. Let you take this one.
No, I know what he's gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
Overtime goal against Chicago.
When I zipped one right past your feet? You're fishing?
Yeah, a little tough stopping on the back like that.
Yeah.
And he tosses a stick in the crowd.
Pretty cool. Like, well, that was game 1, right? That was definitely memorable. Like,
Yeah.
one of probably my biggest, like, coolest goal at that point.
What's another one that you have in the NHL?
Like, playoff goals are pretty big time, I
Yeah.
feel like. What about you?
You know, with the APX too, I scored an overtime goal against LA. That was a memorable one. But yeah, I mean, nothing really beats scoring in the cup final in overtime to win the cup, right? So it's hard to beat.
So sick. It's nasty.
But yeah, we were going through the sticks earlier today, and it was cool to see that old stick. That's the memory that comes back when you see that stick. So yeah, probably have to go with that one. What about you, Lukey?
This year, probably the goal against Columbus for me, just going end to end, and that was nice.
No way.
Your
First
4 goals against Penn State. That was sick.
First goal. Wraparound OT.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Instant classic.
That was good. That was, overtime. So last game.
Who was
season,
who was more pumped up? You or Jack?
I was pretty fired.
It was like our last game of the season.
I remember.
in
They got the
playoffs.
record for the wins.
You would have thought that like that goal got us into the playoffs too. We were like, the boys
That's
are so
awesome.
hyped.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was against Washington, right?
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah,
The boys
really
are
cool.
like,
Just get that off your back too. Like
Yes.
so you
Going
got
to the summer,
you're
feeling good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Quinn?
I'll go with first goal. I mean, like Luke said, get that thing off your back. Like I was probably 8 or 9 games in, not
Yeah.
too long, but you want to get that thing out of the way. Nice goal, I thought so.
Did you celebrate?
Yeah, I think I did actually. It's not like
I feel like you're usually pretty chill after you score.
my best goal, probably my most relieved was my 4th year. So last year, I had a point per game, but I didn't have a goal. So I had like 30 assists, 30 games.
No way.
And I was like 2 games away from breaking a record, not one you want to break. And I scored, and it was like the best feeling ever. Like, I remember
right before Christmas,
yeah,
right?
no, right
Or right
after
after?
Christmas. Like, I
You
didn't
didn't
score before. Yeah,
Last year?
2 years.
Oh,
yeah,
2
so
years
2 years
ago.
ago.
Oh, okay.
It was the most stressful thing ever, man. Like I wasn't pregame napping. I was like, oh my god, like I haven't scored a
You
goal
still had a
at
point
Christmas.
again.
Like I was literally, it was so embarrassing.
You still had 30-something apples.
Yeah, but I was praying for a goal, like anything.
How'd you score?
didn't you snap
Yeah, it
one
was
like
actually
bar
a nice
down
goal.
against San
Yeah.
Jose?
I think I
Yeah,
remember
that's a
that.
good one.
Kind of circled the wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh my
focus on.
God.
Oh, dude. Oh.
Can we do this one or this one? I like this one.
Quinn looks
We
deadly
were
there.
just talking about.
Who's that killer?
Looks
Was
like
I using
two of you
the
guys
APX
are wearing 6 there.
Yeah, we
Quinn and
I wore
Jazz.
6,
Yeah.
18 year, 43, 17.
Yeah.
We were talking about where the number 43 came from. They said the program, but
Where were you at the program?
27 and 71.
71.
71 straight.
That's nuts.
So I didn't get picked for the team right away. I was gonna play like high school hockey in Buffalo, and I played well at like the second tournament over in Germany or something with the U.S. team. So one of the players left the team, so they invited me to come, and I had the last pick of the number.
You went
So I
with
had
71.
71.
Sweet.
Did you guys, was there like 40 camp back then or no?
Yeah, I didn't even get invited to 40
That's
camp.
insane.
Yeah.
I actually got like, I had to be like knocked out.
Yeah.
Dude. So my 40 camp, my first like day and a half, I was like really good.
You were like one of the
I
best
was
players there. man.
nasty, and then I got hit, and I like, I got hit, and then I got offered that day, and then the next day I was like tripping over blue lines. I was so bad.
It's crazy.
It was crazy.
Gonna bring us home with that?
Okay. When did the nickname Showtime first show up? I think it was Minnesota playoff series. Scored a goal. Backhand.
The backhand one.
Yeah, just kind of. It was like perfect view for the camera, I guess. I was yelling Showtime to the crowd, so had to bring it back this year in Chicago. When Wallman wouldn't get out of my way. Shake him off. Yeah, I mean, ever since then it's kind of stuck, so pretty cool that it stuck, you know?